Hi, this is Alessio. Hope you're well. Just a quick update on Bitcoin before the long weekend. And the reason I want to make this video is because of something I've noticed on Bitcoin now for the last couple of weeks. I'm sure you've noticed it too, which is that, Bitcoin has just been stuck in this sideways range, as you can see here, and it's just not letting go. It's just stuck in this sideways range, almost like a pennant triangular shape for the moment anyway. But even looking at it on a lower time frame, for example, if I just jump onto a 144-minute time frame chart, which is a time frame I do look at every now and then. Yeah, look at this. On this 144-minute time frame, you can see Bitcoin has been stuck in this sort of sideways range, just going up and down, as you can see here, again, in a sort of tight consolidation. And this tight consolidation on Bitcoin is a sign of strength. It means there's probably a bit more juice left here on Bitcoin, more momentum left. Now, one of the important things that we talked about in the webinar last night with Peter Brent. So just to let you know, last night I did a webinar with Peter Brent, and let me tell you, what a knowledgeable guy. I mean, Peter has got so much experience. And by the way, one thing I learned from Peter is that he also trades Bitcoin. I mean, he trades Bitcoin, not Bitcoin futures, but actually the Bitcoin itself. Now, one important thing that Peter mentioned last night, which is worth mentioning here, is that the higher time frame is usually the most important time frame to keep in mind. So when you're looking at a chart of Bitcoin, be sure to keep in mind and pay attention to the weekly time frame chart, and even the monthly chart as well. But the weekly chart is important because usually markets move in the direction of the higher time frame. Okay, now, so for example, if I'm looking at the chart of Bitcoin here on this weekly time frame, two things we shall be paying attention to are firstly the moving averages, so where the moving averages are located in the weekly time frame, but also the momentum. So I want to know, what is the momentum doing on the higher time frame, for example, on the weekly time frame. And as you can see here, the momentum has been bullish now since April. Since this pulse fired in April, the momentum has just been rising and rising, as you can see. Let me just bring this closer so we can see it properly. And as you can see here on this weekly chart, the momentum now has been rising, as you can see from these green bars, for about 7 weeks now. If we just count this, as you can see, we've been now into 7 weeks now into this pulse. And because the average pulse signal lasts about 8 to 10 bars, that means the momentum on this pulse probably is going to dissipate in about potentially 3 weeks. Maybe in a week, maybe in 3 weeks, okay? But for the moment, I am not going to fight this pulse. I'm not going to fight this momentum. As long as this pulse momentum is rising, this could mean there could be potential for further upside here in Bitcoin. Now, don't get me wrong here. I realize that the charts are overbought. I know the weekly chart is overbought, and even the monthly chart now is getting overbought too. So even if there is some more upside, I think that the odds of a retracement are still there. The risk of a retracement correction is still there. So for the moment, the momentum suggests that we could have a bit more further upside, maybe up to the 9,000 levels, maybe to the mid 9,000s. But the bottom line is that it's a bit dangerous to fight the momentum at the present moment on Bitcoin. So for the moment, it does appear that bulls remain in control, but I think that the odds of a retracement will increase once the momentum on this higher time frame eventually dissipates and eventually dies out. By the way, guys, you can catch the full interview I did with Peter Brandt in our members video. We talked about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and also we talked about stock markets and currencies in a lot of detail. Lots of fantastic information in that interview. I will also be posting some excerpts, some bits and pieces of our interview with Peter in these videos as well. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Please also remember to click the bell icon on our video so you don't miss the next update. Thanks very much indeed, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.